What's up, guys? It's Ric Rush from 103.5 The WEZL, and we are getting everything ready for our Believe in Possibilities fundraising event tonight for Healing Farms. We're just a few minutes away, but while you're here, if you want to check out some of the stuff we have going on, you can go ahead and make your donation now. The QR code is on the screen. Make your donation there. Our silent auction is already live. You can check out what we have up for bids and make your bids now with the link at below. And just get ready for a great time tonight. We have some great stories. We'd love to know where you're going to be watching tonight. So share that with the hashtag on the screen, and we will get started in just a few minutes. It's our Believe in the Possibilities fundraising event with Healing Farms, and we'll see you shortly. Welcome to the 2021 Believe in Possibilities Fundraising Banquet. My name is Ric Rush. We'd hoped to be back inside a room with folks eating and drinking and having a good time and sharing stories, but COVID stuck around, I guess, a little longer than we thought, Tron, and because of that, there's still an important need for us to be able to do a fundraising event, and we're so glad that we have watch parties that are going on all across the Lowcountry and really all across the country right now. If you look at your screen, you can give any time. You can just click on that QR code, take a picture of it, and you know how those work. The silent auction is happening right now. We'll tell you more about that. And as you are watching live tonight, we hope that you will make sure you use the hashtag on your socials, hashtag Possibility 2021. Again, lots of opportunity tonight for us to raise some money and really change the future for young adults with disabilities at Healing Farms. I'm joined by my friend, Executive Director Tron Severe. Tell viewers a little bit more about what Healing Farms is.
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit that works for young adults with disabilities. I know that there's many of our faithful supporters who are tuning in tonight, and some of you might have been invited by a watch party host or somebody else that's already familiar with us. So we thank you for tuning in. We want to tell you more about the work that we do, and we serve young adults with disabilities who are exiting out of the high school system, students with autism, Down syndrome. Those students are able to stay in school to the age of 21, and then they become adults, and there's really no services for them after high school. And so that's where we come in. We have a day program that keeps them out in the community, working on life skills and independent living skills, and just seeing them for their ability rather than their disability. So you're going to get to hear all about that tonight and much more.
And that was something the Lord kind of put on your heart a while ago, wanting to do something like this, because being a high school teacher, you saw that there really is nothing for those for the kids with exceptionalities, with disabilities beyond the high school years. So kudos to you on doing that work, but it is hard work, and I imagine during a pandemic the work got even harder. Is that true?
Yeah, it did. Back last year when we had this event, we had to close for a period of time, but the services that we provide are essential. The families that we serve depend on us to provide a safe place, a place where their son or daughter can come and participate in the community and continue to build life skills. And so we reopened, and we've been reopened since then. And thankfully, we're able to continue to provide the services that we do because they're needed. And we're excited to do it.
Well, we hope you're going to stay in your seats or walk around your living room or, put on clothes, whatever. Look, you're at your house. However you're handling this situation is totally up to you, but we do want you to at least be engaged. Come in, see what we're talking about, and listen to these incredible stories of ability. I know they're going to inspire you to get involved and make a difference. If you can give anytime, just click the QR code, check out the silent auction items. We've got some cool stuff on silent auction stuff, right?
Yeah, we have an amazing silent auction. It's super easy to view. All you got to do is take out your mobile device, and you're going to text the word Possibility 2021 to the number that you see on the screen there, and it's just going to walk you through a series of prompts on how you can donate and view those items. And so it'll send you a message that will say, please click here to view the items. And there's things like a cruise, a harbor cruise in the Charleston Harbor on a catamaran. There are overnight stays at a beach house in Edisto. There's packages.
Do folks know at that beach house that folks may be spending the night there?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're not going to be there that week. I think that's at least.
Okay, good.
It depends how much that that
hard times. We got to do what we can. If it's just sending you over to somebody's beach house, we'll do it. Again, please give, and we know we've got some great stories planned for you. We've got a lot of fun planned. Your watch parties, make sure you use the hashtag Possibility 2021 on all your socials. We want this to spread everywhere. If you know somebody that you think would like to see this or would like to get involved with Healing Farms, maybe a parent with a child with disabilities that just doesn't know what's next for that child that's aging out of high school, Tron and his crew and his family of folks at Healing Farms can make sure that there is a place for these folks. And Tron, before we go any further, let's hear from Timothy Scoonover, part of the board of directors at Healing Farms.
Good evening. On behalf of the board, I want to say thank you for tuning in tonight. I know
video.
you could be
It's only about 50
doing lots of
seconds.
other things, but because Healing Farms is our
We're gonna
passion,
jump into
Healing
the
Farms
watch
is
party
your
live.
passion, we're so glad that you're tuning in. It's important for us tonight because this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. So your generosity is so important for this movement. Tonight you're going to hear amazing stories from our families, just the work that Healing Farms is doing because we care about young adults with disabilities. And so we hope that as you see ability, you will join us in this movement. Thank you again on behalf of the board.
In fact, many of you are viewing as a watch party where you've gathered folks in your living room or at your office or wherever you are right now. You're watching, and we're excited that you're doing that. Make sure you leave comments. We want to see what's going on at your watch party. Make sure you share your photos on social. Again, use the hashtag Possibility 2021 or hashtag #SeeAbility. And speaking of the watch parties, Tron, you have some watch parties you want to check in with, right?
Yeah, we do. Right now, we've got one of our watch parties happening in Mount Pleasant, and Skylar is out there in Mount Pleasant. Skylar, can you hear me? What have you guys been up to tonight?
Yeah, we have a couple people here. We decided to turn it into there's Javi and Stephanie, and then we have Ryan. We turned it into like a little bit of a fancy dinner, just kind of change of pace for tonight.
Very good. And Skylar, why is it you guys have actually been to the banquet before, both virtual and our first banquet when it was in person? Is that right?
Yeah. So Javi himself has son with Asperger's, and with just being that it's something that it's kind of neat that we could give back something that's local, but also continues to give back to the community. So it's kind of like a double whammy in that sense on our part. And so we just like to keep trucking with events and continuing on with them throughout the year because they've been just so much fun for us as a group of friends kind of throughout the years.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you guys so much. I wish I had some of that steak. It looked delicious, but you guys enjoy your watch party. Thank you for supporting us tonight. We appreciate you guys checking in with us, and we hope you enjoy.
All right. Yeah, everyone's going to wave goodbye.
Yes. Goodbye to the Skylar watch party in Mount Pleasant. Thank you guys again so much. So there it is, Rick. Yeah, there's watch parties happening all across the local.
That's weird.
You don't have to listen to yourself fast. But there's watch parties happening, Mount Pleasant, Hanahan, Somerville, Goose Creek, all across the all the way up to the far corners of the Pacific Northwest and Oregon. And so we're just so excited to have so many people that care about the work that we're doing, that are taking time to tune in tonight, hosting people in their homes to spread the word about the work that we do to make a difference in the lives of young adults with disabilities.
Once again, if you're just joining us on social, we want to welcome you to the Believe in Possibility fundraising banquet for Healing Farms. You can give at any point tonight. Just click on that QR code, the link, and give there. Take a look at some of the silent auction items that are going on right now. And please share this on social so that folks can see the replay of this. Maybe if they're not watching right now, they can watch it a little bit later and learn more about Healing Farms and really the family that you guys have created at Healing Farms. And I know it's been a tough week or so for you because you lost one of your family members. Was it last week?
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, we got the news that one of our new families that we began to serve, their daughter who participated in our summer camp, her name is Mae. Unfortunately, she passed unexpectedly just a few weeks ago. Matter of fact, tonight they are having a celebration of life service in Mount Pleasant for her. And so we just want to let Mae's family know, her mom, Brooke, we want to let her know that we're thinking of her. We're thinking of their family during this time and praying for them. We so loved the opportunity to get to know Mae this summer as she participated in our summer camp. She was smart and funny, silly, and even a little bit sassy as well. And I know that she will be missed by us, and we just want to dedicate this evening not only to her, but to the rest of the families that we serve as we celebrate Ability tonight.
I really am sorry for your loss with that. I know it's something that's been weighing heavy on you, and we do dedicate tonight to her. If you'd like to give, you can do that at any time during tonight's broadcast. Just use the QR code that you see on your screen there. Make sure you check out some of the silent auction items. How long will the silent auction be going tonight? Will it go till the end of the broadcast, or will it go beyond?
Yeah, it's going to go beyond
Okay.
into the night. We're going to give people on the West Coast a chance to bid on some items that are happening out there on the West Coast as well. So it's going to run probably till about 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight on the East Coast.
So all of that information is right there on whatever platform that you're using right now. You can also see on the screen to text Possibility 2021 to that phone number that's there, 843-606-5995. And again, you can give at any point during tonight's broadcast and even beyond. So right now we want to check in with our buddy Dean Stevens from ABC News 4. He's got a special video that he'd like to talk about with Healing Farms.
Hey everyone, I'm Dean Stevens. What a great night. What an honor to be a part of this celebration of one of the most inspiring nonprofits I've ever had a chance to work with and be able to share Tron's story as well as Healing Farms. So thank you all for being a part of this tonight. And you know, for all the work that Tron does and for all the families that he works with, there's still so much more that he wants to do. And to be able to do that means that he needs some resources. He needs some funds. He needs the support of all of us. So do what you can tonight, even if it's just a penny. A penny can be spent in a lot of different ways. Believe me, Tron will stretch that penny for as far as it'll go. You guys have a great night.
Yeah,
Dean is loaded. You know he's the main anchor now over at Channel 4.
he's the
I'll
man.
call him. I'll call him later and say, look, we want to see some of that cash you got in those mayonnaise jars in the backyard. See if you can't get some more here to us. Tell us a little bit more. You know what? I bet you like that catamaran thing too that was on the silent auction.
Yeah, I just pulled up the silent auction right now just to highlight a few of these items. Again, we've got a catamaran, private catamaran cruise in the Charleston Harbor. It's good for up to 6 guests. So let's see who's been really nice to you lately and who wants to go with you on this private catamaran cruise for 6. That's a 2-hour cruise here in the Charleston area. We also have an inshore fishing trip for 2 that's available, that's seeing some action right now. Something else that's kind of unique is there is the opportunity to have an overnight stay in the Smoky Mountains in a train caboose. Now, it's not a train that's operating anymore, but it's stationed in the Smoky Mountains, and it's been transformed into a hotel. So
it's a legit business. This is not no broken down train up there.
These people mean business. And so we also have a 1-week stay at a beach house in Edisto, and the owners will not be there that week, Rick.
That's
so
right. We've made sure that they're out of town.
Exactly. So that is up to $900 right now.
Awesome.
And that's a great deal where it's at right now. So continue to bid on those items, and we'll check back in a little bit later. But we hope that you guys will get involved on some of the great items that we have there tonight.
If you are just joining us, once again, want to welcome you to the Believe in Possibility Fundraising Banquet. We're virtual again next year. We hope to be back with the dinner service and just the fun and frivolity that goes on there, the great stories, live, the folks that you'll get to see and talk to in person. But right now, we're doing it this way. We've got watch parties going on all across the country, everywhere from Hanahan to, you said, the California, right?
Yep, California and Oregon. all over the place.
And you have the backing of a lot of great local churches as well helping you. We're here tonight. I want to thank these folks.
Yeah, Journey Church has been phenomenal. That's where we're hosting the live stream from tonight. It's where we did it as well last year. And we also have some other churches and businesses that have partnered with us, like Restoration Church.
Yeah, I got an email tonight from my pastor, Adam, saying this was there, and I was surprised it came through because I have him blocked. So anyway, I knew this was going on tonight. So anyway, we do want to let you see, if you aren't all that familiar with what Healing Farms does, we want to show you Healing Farms through a participant's eyes.
Hey, Mom,
Yeah.
this tip? Or
Yeah.
too much?
Did you brush it? There's a brush in the drawer.
Perfect.
When Olivia was born, we had no idea what was going on with her. They told us that, she was perfectly fine, but we noticed that she didn't reach any milestones. And so about a year of age, we finally got a MRI done on her, and we found out that she's missing her corpus callosum, which is the part of the brain that allows the two hemispheres to communicate. Unfortunately, there's a large array of, mild to severe aspects in that, and they told us that she probably would never walk or talk, and they gave us, pretty bleak outlook on her life. And so we did all these crazy things to keep her thriving. And then eventually she started to move a little bit more. And then at about 3 years old, she started to walk, and we started seeing things progress from there. Aside from her struggles with school, she really thrived socially. Her big thing was Olivia loves being part of the community. And the more people that pay attention to her and integrate her into their world, she just thrives. A friend of ours told us about Healing Farms, and we looked into it and absolutely loved the sound of the program. But the real test was going to be with Olivia going and seeing how she meshed with it.
When Olivia came to Healing Farms, she was looking for a community where she felt like she could belong. Healing Farms gives opportunity to people like Olivia to find community after finishing high school. Participants like Olivia come to Healing Farms to have the opportunity to work on life skills, independent living skills. We do outreach with community partners. She's involved with work skills sessions, and all of these opportunities, she's maintaining the skills she has, improving them if she can. And with Olivia especially, she's able to work with the group and not just independently. So there are skills there where she's helping others, where she's encouraging others, and she's bonding with that peer group that she loves to call her community and is quite proud of at the end of each day.
It's amazing to see the transformation in her from being isolated to being part of a community. And I'm telling you, we did not look back. She is thriving there. The things that she is doing, she has grown leaps and bounds, and she is just a totally different girl, actually. She's doing so much more on her own, so much. Where before she was just really happy to make me do everything for her. But now she's like so proud to be like this adult and doing all the things for herself that she can.
When participants start at Healing Farms, we take time to get to know them, to learn about what they like to do, their passions, their motivations, but we also spend time truly understanding their deficits, their struggles, what's hard for them, because after all, we're here to support those areas too.
We've been a part of the special needs and disabled community for a long time. One of the things that I think about with all of the individuals that we've met is that a lot of people from the outside communities don't take the time to get to know them for who they are. They just kind of lump them in a box of, okay, they're different, I can superficially be polite to them, I can be kind, but I'm not gonna really dive in and get to know them. And one of the things we've seen through Healing Farms is that they dive in and get to know these individuals as individuals, not just lumped into a box. I think that's really important to remember, is that everybody is an individual and you can build on their abilities even if they have disabilities.
I think the thing I admire most about Liv is the courage that she has to show up every single day with her whole heart. So any situation that she's in, and she's going to put her best foot forward. Even if she thinks she's not able or thinks that she's not capable, she's going to show up, she's going to be a leader, and she's going to put herself out there in any situation. That provides her an opportunity to really showcase everything that she's capable of. And I wish I could be more like her in that aspect.
So the one thing that I want to say is Healing Farms has been such a benefit to Olivia, and being involved in the community, we have met individuals with disabilities. There is a huge need for this program. And unfortunately, Healing Farms only has slots for so many. And our big hope is that everybody could, see how wonderful this program is and help it. It needs to expand, it needs to get bigger, and more individuals deserve to come to Healing Farms.
And there are still so many individuals who haven't found a program like Healing Farms. So I think it's really important for people that learn about Healing Farms to get out there, get involved, volunteer, fundraise, donate, to just keep this program going.
My biggest fear is that this program will not exist. I mean, seriously. Finding Healing Farms, it was like striking gold.
I like my friends.
It's amazing work that you guys do at Healing Farms. If you're just joining us, we know that maybe you've switched over from YouTube to Facebook now or one of the other platforms. We had some technical issues there, but I believe we're going to be able to post this entirely on YouTube afterwards, so you'll still be able to share from that platform if that is your preferred platform. But if you found us on Facebook or any of the other social media locations and platforms, we welcome you. It's the Believe in Possibility Fundraising Banquet, normally in a setting where we have food and fun and speeches and just a great time in a fundraising effort. Tonight it's virtual again, as it was last year. Next year we hope to be back to normal, just like everybody else hopes next year is back to normal. But the need for money and the need for funds, I imagine more so than ever because of the pandemic and because of certain things that you guys have to do and certain precautions and CDC guidelines that you have to meet, there's been increased in cost as well. So we need to make sure that the fundraising continues whether we're in person or not.
Yeah, and actually since COVID's hit, it's had the effect where we've actually grown, which is crazy. We've had an increased need of people that are looking for the services that we provide. We have added participants since that time, and so it's really amazing. Beyond the fact that COVID has had with buying more materials and masks and those things like that, we actually are serving more participants now. So the donations need to increase so that we can continue to provide support for even more families that we're serving.
And you can do that at any time. You can give any time. The QR code is there. Click on that. You can do the text. That number is on your screen, Possibility 2021. You send that to the number there on your screen, and you can do that at any time. The silent auction is going to continue through the night tonight. So please go check out one of those things. Talk to your family, your spouse. Say, hey, how do you feel about a getaway to Edisto? What do you think about this catamaran thing? You want to go stay in this caboose in North Carolina? Like any of those type things. They're great values. It's a great getaway. A lot of folks just need to kind of get away right now. And if you don't want to sacrifice your vacation dollars with just a donation, why not get a vacation and still help out the folks at Healing Farms? And you can do that right now by clicking the links and exploring all of that on whatever social media platform you're on. We will be posting this on YouTube after the live broadcast. So you'll be able to share that out and share this on your websites, on your blogs, or whatever by embedding that. So we hope you'll do that too. And also share any pictures from your watch parties. Let folks know this is how things get spread around. Use the hashtag Possibility 2021 and let folks know that there's something really good happening right there in the North area with Healing Farms. And we're going to have some fun here. Is that
Yeah,
we're going to do a little
we're going to give a few things away, but before we do that, we actually want to check in with another one of our watch parties. So let's see who we have here joining us. Let me pull it up here. Our watch party. We have a watch party happening out in South Carolina. We have First Presbyterian Church in South Carolina, and we've got Scoonover there, and it looks like he's got a collection of people there. Hello to everybody watching there. There's Ryan. There's our buddy Ryan. Hey Ryan, what's up, buddy? Ryan is one of our summer camp participants. We've got a whole slew of people and supporters there that are joining us tonight in their watch party. So thank you guys out there in Monk's Corner. There's Ryan again. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We hope you guys are having a good time. And we're going to hear a special video in a little bit about a summer camp that we hosted in Monk's Corner there at First Presbyterian Church. And we're excited about that. But like Rick said, let's give some.
My sign-on bonus was like koozies and T-shirts, so I'm all for whatever. However you want to do this.
Yep. So this is how it works. If you are part of a watch party tonight, if you have a nice host, they should have given you some raffle tickets tonight. And so at this point, hopefully you've gotten a raffle ticket. Your host has passed those out to you, and they're going to draw a winner at this moment now. So go ahead, host, pull out a winner of the raffle tickets that you've collected there. And there's a special prize in the watch party box. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to get out of the camera shot when I do this, but I want to show you guys these watch party boxes that we had for our host. So back here, I've got one. I'm going to grab this one right here.
And for everybody in the studio audience, just look under your seat. There's a special prize. There's nobody here.
So I'm going to open this up real quick.
That was the joke.
Dun-dun-dun. So inside this watch party box, I'll try to hold it up here for the camera that's coming in close. Inside, there's those raffle tickets I was talking about. Inside, we also had some cool cork coasters. So those should be yours as a guest of a watch party. So that's pretty neat. We also had a jar of salsa. Hopefully your host, shared this with you and didn't just keep it for themselves.
You guys make that?
We do. This is one of the products that we sell on our website. And we'll talk about that in a little bit, but there's all kinds of products that we create and have a hand in making, and that supports the work that we do as well. So, but tonight, if you're one of the lucky winners of the raffle, you're going to get this neat little bag here. And actually, Rick, this is for you, Rick. I'm gonna
the whole thing.
I'm just going to give you the soap right now.
Well, I mean, I like that sauce.
I'm going to pass that over to you there. And so if you're one of the lucky winners tonight with the raffle, you should have got a little burlap bag. I didn't give Rick the burlap bag. I wanted to save that for you guys. I just gave him the soap in a clear bag.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified this was soap because I was getting ready to take a bite of it.
Yeah, don't bite it. It's not chocolate.
Okay.
It's not chocolate. It is soap. So use that. Like use it for real.
Are you saying
something? You know what I mean? Like wash your hands with it.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel self-conscious now.
Well, no, but
I did shower.
It is not chocolate. Do not eat it. It is soap. And so actually, like I said, there's a variety of items that our young adults with disabilities have a hand in making, from the salsa to the soap. There's candles on our website. And so I think we have a video that will show you. If you just go to our website, it's really easy to find all those items. In the top right corner, it's going to say Shop Healing Farms. And when you go to the website, you'll see all the products that we have there. Here's the video. And so there's our website. And we have salsa, we have candles, we have lip balm, we have honey that we harvest, You can see all the products there. And so you can buy that stuff year-round. It's available on our website. And there's also cookies that we do at Christmas time. And so these are all items that support the work that we do. And it's a great way that you can buy something tangible, but also make a difference. And so we call them the gifts that give back. And so
So
check that
again,
out tonight.
if you're in a situation where these are products that you would use on a regular basis anyway, this is another way for you to give back to Healing Farms. You know, just like we talked about with the silent auction. These were donations, so whatever we can get for these, and you know, there is a minimum bid, of course, but like all that money is going to come back, and you're still going to get a vacation. So please just think about that as you're doing it. Or if you can just give straight up any amount, we would love for you to do that too, and you can continue to do that right now. Give any time with the QR code with all the instructions that are at the bottom of your screen, and the silent auction does continue throughout the night tonight. If you're on socials, make sure you use the hashtag Possibility 2021. Share your pictures. We want to see the fun that you're having around the Low Country and around the country for Healing Farms with our Believe in Possibility fundraising events. And I believe Chris Singleton is going to talk to us a little bit.
Yeah, he's coming up. And real quick, before we do that, I just jumped on our donation page. I just want to give a shout out to some of the people that have donated tonight. We got Don Cribb that's donated tonight, Robert Hogan, the Butcher and Bee Management Company. Those donations have all come in tonight since we've started. Emily Sally, Karen Crosby, Ellie Gilmore, Victoria Kruger. She says, donating to support this wonderful organization that regularly gives my sister joy. She has so much fun at the workshops, and we all feel blessed for her to have a safe, fun place to meet with her peers. Thank you so much for those words, Victoria. Melissa Reifart giving a donation. Amy Weber, Rhonda Gray, tons and tons of donations that have come in tonight. So we really appreciate that. And so we're going to go into a video here, though, that talks about our summer camp. I kind of mentioned it a little bit as we checked in with our watch party in Moncks Corner, but every summer for the last 6-7 years, we've had a summer camp with the goal of trying to identify families that have children that are still in high school and are getting ready to age out. We want those families to start thinking about what's next after high school. And so our summer camp is a great way for those families to get involved with what we're doing. Gives a chance for their son or daughter to participate in our summer camp, for them to become familiar with our day program and the staff, and begin to make form some new friendships and meet some new friends, and gives them something to do in the summertime until school starts back up. And so this past year, we decided to branch out and offer summer camp in a whole separate location than just our regular location in West Ashley. And so this year we hosted a summer camp in Moncks Corner. It was a phenomenal success. We had 8 new families that had never participated in our Moncks Corner camp, but 6 of those families had never participated with us. And 6 of those families are just kind of hanging out because there's no day program that meets their needs. And so I want to show you guys this next video that talks about one of those families.
What we really appreciate about Healing Farms Camp, especially it being here in Moncks Corner, is the opportunities it's given Shaquem to interact with others, you know, his peers, others like him, you know, with their own unique personalities. I do enjoy the fact that he's able to come to camp and have something to do and people to interact with and people that receive him and accept him for who he is. Shaquem, when he was 2 years old, his speech started to drop off. The words that he had acquired, they started going away. At that time, there wasn't a whole lot of knowledge about autism, and it was just kind of this broad spectrum, and all of these things coming at us, we didn't really know what they were. So we were kind of on our own. I mean, he's 28 years old now, and even though they gave him that diagnosis, Shaquem was special. He's always been my gentle giant since he was little. People forget that in school, he has autism. When he graduated, he still has autism. So we didn't have really a lot of guidance as to what we were going to do. After graduating, we explored and tried to find new programs for him, and someone told me about Healing Farms. And the thing that really pulled us in was the way the staff received Shaquem. They looked at him like he was a young man. They didn't just talk to me, they talked to him, and that was really inviting to us. And so we live in Moncks Corner, and Healing Farms is in West Ashley. Having a camp in Moncks Corner was really exciting for us. Going to West Ashley was great, but being right here in our backyard was even better. You know, just having something here. I mean, up until this point, we've had nothing really that was a good fit for him. So having Healing Farms here in Moncks Corner was exactly what we needed. We are extremely thankful for the opportunity to be involved with Healing Farms here in Moncks Corner. We're so thankful to everybody that came together to make it happen. It's something that we've been hoping for a long time. And so for it to really, you know, come into effect this summer, it was really great. This is just the first time that we've done it here in Moncks Corner, but I hope to see it grow, and I hope that more people get on board and see all of the benefits to having a program like this, a program where you can feel safe, you know, bringing your young adults to, for them to blossom and to enjoy the benefits of all that Healing Farms has to offer.
You guys are definitely doing some great work, and that was a great summer camp. Your first one ever in Moncks Corner, and it looks like it was a success.
Yeah, we have families, as you heard there, with Shaquem's family, families that have reached out that say, hey, we just heard about this camp, we would love to get involved, where's it at? Well, it's in West Ashley. Oh man, we live in Somerville, we live in, Goose Creek. And in the summertime, it might be a little easier for them logistically to make plans to join us, but it prevents them from participating, in the day program. And so knowing that we had a lot of families from up there in the Berkeley County area, we wanted to try to have a summer camp so we could try to start meeting the needs of those families. And that's what we did with our Moncks Corner camp this year.
And I tell you, one of the most inspiring human beings that I think any of us have been able to see through tragedy is Chris Singleton. And I got to tell you, I've followed him since the tragedy, and he's just somebody that you just know the world is a better place because Chris Singleton is in it. I've never met him. I think I've talked to him on the phone one time on the radio, but that dude has no idea what a huge fan I am of Chris Singleton, just the human being he is. And you got some personal time with Chris because you knew that he had a heart for nonprofits and some of the work that you're doing. And without hesitation, he said, yes, tell me what you need.
Yeah. We reached out to Chris as we were planning for this banquet. Again, planning that we would be in person and thought that Chris would be a phenomenal speaker for us. And when we had to pivot and make the adjustment to be virtual, we knew that Chris would still do a phenomenal job. And we can't wait for you to see this video of Chris Singleton as our keynote speaker tonight.
What's up, guys? Chris Singleton here, and thank you so much, Tron, Laura, the whole Healing Farms team, all of you guys as volunteers, all of you parents, all of you friends. It's an honor to be able to share with you guys today. I got some time to be able to go over there and hang out at Healing Farms. Aside from me getting some honey, getting one of the ability boxes, man, I just had a great time. Got to learn about everybody, and I'm honored to be able to speak for you guys' Believe in Possibility Banquet. So one of the things that I say, I've been fortunate to be able to speak over the last 4 years. After losing my mom, the mission's been pretty simple for me, to spread love and unity, harmony, every single place that I can, right? Whether it's talking about resilience, talking about the things I've gone through, or just sharing a message of hope. And I think today the message of hope lays with everybody that's a part of Healing Farms. You guys have done phenomenal things, and when I see phenomenal things, I want to be a part of them. And so speaking today is an extreme honor and a pleasure for me. One of my mentors, his name is Inky Johnson. He said, Chris, the worst thing a person can be when you're a speaker, when you're a quote-unquote public figure, is a public success but a private failure. And so for me, when I hear those words, man, I think that's being a speaker and speaking to these companies across the world, across the nation, NFL, NBA teams, but not pouring into my own hometown, right? Not serving the people that are in the community that are just right next to me. And so being that I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, anytime I get to share with an organization here, I want to do just that. And so Tron, Laura, I mean, it was great being able to hang out with you guys at Healing Farms. But there's a couple things that I want to share. Number one, I want to just share what I've gone through and the other side of how I've gone through it. You see, I call it the unthinkable, something I couldn't control. I was 18 years young and I lost my mom in probably the worst way you could ever imagine. If you're not familiar, Charleston, South Carolina, June 17, 2015, a man who was unfortunately racist, white supremacist, he walked into my church. He took 9 lives. One of those lives happened to be my mom, Sharona Ann Coleman Singleton. And it was funny, I was learning about people at Healing Farms, and one of the people there, Josh, I believe his name is Josh, yeah, was my mom's former student. And just thinking about the impact that she made on so many people, even still today, it means so much to me. You see, my mom loved people. She was the kind that would give you a hug and kiss on the cheek every single time she saw you. So when I heard that she and Josh had a pretty good connection, man, it meant the world to me. And so really quickly, I'm gonna take you guys down a journey of what I call the 10%. You see, before my mother's life was taken away, I would always see different quotes and I would always hear different speakers, but nothing really stuck with me. And there was a couple of things I did. And the first one is a quote that said, sometimes you gotta play the hand that you're dealt. I don't know if any of you guys have heard this quote. Sometimes you gotta play the hand that you're dealt. And for me, I used to get so aggravated when I heard this. I truly did, right? Because you're talking to somebody now who I lost my mom, I lost my dad under the age of 20, and I'm taking care of my brother and my sister, and somebody's telling me I gotta play the hand that I'm dealt. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you're saying that because you've got a great hand, right? Maybe you've grown up your whole life and never had to care for somebody else, right? Play the hand that you're dealt, right? And I'm hearing these things and it aggravated me. And I'll tell you what changed my heart forever. This quote by Charles Swindoll, he said that 10% of your life is going to be action and the other 90% is reaction. And so when I think about the 10%, in my case, of losing my mom to a racist white supremacist, losing my dad the way that I did, I keep thinking about my 90. What am I going to do with my 90? 10% was that my mom was taken away based on the color of her skin. My 90 is teaching and reteaching people all across the nation, reminding them that nobody chooses their skin color. We didn't choose it, so I won't hate you for yours and you shouldn't hate me for mine. I think you guys is 10%, or maybe the 10% that you serve could be that somebody's born with a diagnosis, right? You didn't choose to have that diagnosis. It was part of the hand that you were given. But the great thing about 10% is that as the minority, we've got 90% to work with. The reason why I serve the way that I do now is because I didn't let my 10% affect my 90. And when I look at Healing Farms and just being able to hang out with people like Caroline, who was smoking everybody in games, right, which is doing her thing, when I get to think about everybody's 90%, I'm inspired by it. I'm inspired by the parents that say, I don't want my son or daughter to just get by. I want them to thrive with their 90%. I'm inspired by the people that volunteer, that say, hey, I want to be a part of Healing Farms because I've seen the good and the great things they do in our community for these people. And when I see things like that, man, I know you guys are doing something great with your 90. And I want to really quickly go down a list of some, but not all the great things that I've been seeing at Healing Farms. So number one, we got Johnny. Johnny, who's 10%, you know, he has a couple different disabilities, but by his grit and his natural drive to be independent, I love that. He's successful in life. And Healing Farms has offered him a way to be independent, teach him different things that maybe he wouldn't have learned otherwise. They challenge him as well. So Johnny's doing something great with his 90. Caroline, our baseball fan, is caring, a positive leader for their group. She's proud of her talents, as she should be, right? She worked extremely hard. Not so what with her 10, right? It's real, but she's done amazing things with her 90. She's a leader. She's proud of her talents. She loves sports, loves playing the guitar. And she and I were talking when we were sitting down. And I told her, hey, I picked it up for a little while, but my fingers started to hurt, so I had to put it down. And she looked at me and said, yeah, that happens, but you got to keep going, right? Caroline's doing something great with her 90%. I think about Josh, man, my mom's former speech student. And he's been able to attend Healing Farms for 7 years, I heard. And this is a place where he finds comfort and consistency. And so the theme that I keep seeing is that, yes, Josh has a 10%, Caroline has a 10%, I have a 10%, and so do you. But it's not about our 10%. It's about what will we do with our 90. Maurice, man, is a go-getter who thrives during volunteer and works with skill sessions. He's a quick learner and has impeccable attention to detail. I love that. He takes great pride in all these opportunities that he's given because he's doing something great with his 90. And last but not least of the few that I'll share today is Joshua. Joshua, man, he's outgoing, number one. I feel like Joshua has probably not been afraid of talking to anybody, if I'm going to be completely frank. The first time I met Joshua, he came up to me. He immediately said, hey, you got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I said, well, you got to subscribe right back to mine. I'm trying to build my following just like you are. And so we've gone back and forth talking to one another. But he's outgoing, man, and he's been able to thrive. And says hello and smiles at everybody that he sees. Guys, these are some of the amazing stories that I've seen firsthand at Healing Farms. And I know it's not easy thinking about consistently giving, right? Your time, your talent, your treasures. But when you see amazing organizations like Healing Farms, like the leaders that they have with Tron and Laura and so many others, how can we not be selfless enough to give? You know, one of the things me and my wife have done is I've always said, hey, if we're able to do so, we want to give. Whether it's financially, whether it's a scholarship, whatever that may be, I always want to give my best gift at that time. I have this weird superstition thing that if I drive by somebody that's homeless and they have a sign up and they need something, right, I always give them. I always give because I have the means to do so. So when I saw this organization and they reached out for me to speak, of course I'm going to do that because it means that I have the opportunity to pour into somebody just like I've been poured into just as well. And so now I'm asking you to think about what you could do to serve them. Now I know everybody's going to say, hey, I've got this to take care of, I got that to take care of. But guys, it can't happen without you. There's so many people that put their hard-earned money, their blood, their sweat, their tears behind this organization to see all these great things that you've seen thus far tonight happen, but it can't be done without your support. And so I think about the story of trying to just do what you can, right? Maybe you can't write a $10,000 check or a $2 million check, but you can do what you can, and you know exactly what that is, what your best gift is. And I think about the story of a kid who's 8 years old, and he grew up in South Carolina. And in South Carolina, obviously, we have hurricanes here. And so in the story by Lauren Isley, what happens is the hurricane came, and it washed upon the shore, and it tore up the pier, tore up their house. And this kid actually grew up on the beach. He grew up on the beach, and so what he does is him and his father go back out to their house. After things has calmed down, they went back out to their house, and they're walking along that beach. And they see thousands of starfish out there. And so what they do is, the kid who grew up on the beach his whole life, he looks at the starfish and he says, man, I've got to save their lives. And so he picks one up, he tosses it into the water. He's like, yes, I saved his life. He walks a little bit further, he does it again, he picks one more out the water, he tosses it into the water. He's like, yes, I saved his life because it got wet. And as he's doing this, you know, his dad was getting upset because his dad lost his house. He's looking at the pier, he's pretty down about his life. He's thinking about his 10%. He looks at the kid, he says, what are you doing, man? He said, there's thousands of starfish out here. You're picking up one at a time. Do you really think what you're doing is making a difference? Now, the kid was respectful now. He was probably raised like me, and so he never talked back to his parents. But this time he looked at the starfish, He looked back at his dad. He picked one more up. He tossed it into the water. He said, yes, I saved his life. And after he did that, he looked at his dad and said, hey, I bet I made a difference to that one. And so all of you guys tonight, I'm asking you to be that kid on the beach, saving starfish. I'm asking you to donate your best gift to an awesome and amazing organization like Healing Farms. I've seen the results. I've seen people become more independent. I've seen them be outgoing. I've seen the teamwork, sitting in a circle. Everybody knows one another, their nicknames, and laughing and joking with one another and growing as a human being. I've seen these things happen, man, all because of you guys' support. So be that kid on the beach, saving starfish, saving lives, and just pouring into other people. Now, I think at the core of a human being is we're called to be selfless. Not the kind of selfless where you know you get something back in return if you do this, you scratch them on the back and they scratch you on yours. Now, I understand that kind of selflessness, but that's not the kind of selflessness I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kind that you give and you feel so good about giving that you genuinely just feel like a different person after you serve somebody. And so this kind of giving was happening June 17, 2015. You know, I share one of my heroes is a guy by the name of Taiwanza Sanders, and I share it just about every single time that I speak. See, Taiwanza is the epitome of being selfless. The kind of guy that would give to Healing Farms, the kind of guy that would serve before being served. And Taiwanza was 26 years young. I'm 25, so he's a year older than me when he's in my church the same night, the same day that my mother was taken away. And a guy by the name of Dylan Roof was in my church, and he's firing bullets in my church. And Taiwanza had been shot. And Taiwanza, just being the person that he is, being the kid on the beach that he is, he stands up and he looks at the killer. He starts pleading with him. He says, we mean you no harm, we mean you no harm, you don't have to do this. The guy that didn't have somebody to pour into him the way I think he should have. He looked at Taiwanza, he said some words, he said, yeah, I do. He took Taiwanza's life that day. The reason why I say Taiwanza's the kid on the beach, my hero, is because not even 20 yards away from him, he had his mom hiding under a table. Not even 15 yards away from him, he had his little cousin who was 11 years old hiding under a table. And they weren't found. They were survivors of June 17, 2015. If you ask me, it's because of Taiwanza, basically giving himself up to save his family. I think about a story like that, being selfless, and how Taiwanza posted this quote from Jackie Robinson the same exact day he was taken away. The same exact day he was taken away on his Instagram, he posted this from Jackie Robinson. The quote is, one life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. Again, one life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. So hopefully today you've heard an ex-pro baseball player who couldn't hit a slider. You've heard my story. You've heard my passion for Healing Farms, and I made an impact in your life. And you guys, today, you give your best gift. You support this amazing organization called Healing Farms that can serve our low country in its much needed ways. If you guys go out and you be that kid on the beach, be like Taiwanza, you serve people and make an impact by donating not only your finances, but your time, your volunteering, is coming alongside of Healing Farms, man. And you give your best gift that way, I know for a fact that you'll make a huge impact on me and my life. So Johnny, Caroline, Maurice, Joshua, and most importantly, Josh to me, because you knew my mom. I love you guys, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys some more. I'm gonna be volunteering with you very soon. We're gonna be giving out some of my children's books around the blessing boxes of the low country. So I can't wait to see you guys soon. And to everybody else that's out there listening, I can't wait for Healing Farms to see how well you guys do by giving your best gift today. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity, and take care.
Well, thank you, Chris, for that amazing message. We so enjoyed the time that we got to spend with you at Healing Farms in preparation for our event tonight. We got to go out to a River Dogs game, and many of our participants got to go out and be a part of that, and even got to throw out the first pitch. And so we got to spend some time with Chris there, and he came to Healing Farms, took a tour, really spent some time with us, and we so appreciate you doing that, Chris, and learning about our participants. And so thank you for that inspiring message and challenging us to make a difference. As Chris mentioned, we all have a 10% that we can't really change, can't really do anything about it. I have a 10% like that, you do as well. And so many times our participants are only seen for their 10%. They're only seen for their disability, only seen for the things that they can't do. But hopefully tonight you have seen and you have heard what really makes our participants special, and that's their 90%. Chris shared a story of the boy who threw the starfish back into the ocean, and one by one, he made a difference. And on the outside, it didn't look like that would really make a difference, but he understood that it was a difference for that one. He also shared a story of Tywanza Sanders, who lived a life of putting others first. Even in the moment of his death, he was selfless. He knew he couldn't change the outcome for himself, but he wanted to do what he could to change it for others. Chris also shared a quote from Jackie Robinson, and it says, "One life is not important except on the impact it has on other lives." Tonight, we all have the opportunity to make an impact, the opportunity to be selfless, the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of young adults with disabilities. In preparation for tonight, I couldn't help but think back to December 2013, December 14th, in fact. You see, that was the first day that I set foot at Healing Farms. A special education teacher that had heard about this day program that was meeting the needs of young adults with disabilities after they graduated high school. And so it was on this day that I learned about this day program. And I learned, and really this day program that was just getting started, but it had a dream to replicate and impact communities all across the Low Country. And when I started working at Healing Farms just a few months later, it didn't take long for that dream to become my dream. And achieving our dreams, it doesn't come easy. We know that. It requires sacrifice and determination, not only from the dreamer, but from those who value the dream as well. And it's taken many years and many hands to get Healing Farms where it is today. And tonight, this dream can become our dream. Tonight, we have the opportunity to take the steps to make this dream our reality. You see, we don't want to return to Moncks Corner in the summer of 2022 just to hold another session of summer camp. That would be great, but it's just not enough, because we are dreamers, and our dream is to serve young adults with disabilities and their families right in their own backyards, to give them opportunities to be seen for their 90% right where they live. And we want to take what we have created in West Ashley on U Street, and we want to replicate it across the Low Country. And we want to start by opening a second location in Moncks Corner to serve the families of Berkeley County. Tonight, we have the opportunity to impact the lives of others, the opportunity to change the future for young adults with disabilities. And tonight, we are asking you to partner with us, to give your best gift so that together this dream can become a reality. Thank you so much.
And when you talk about your best gift can be any dollar amount, whether it's $10 or $50 or $500. So a one-time donation, become a monthly contributor. But I guess folks, being asked for so much and pulled in so many different directions, they want to make sure that their dollars are being used to the best of their abilities, and you guys can really do a lot, say with a $50 donation.
Yeah, like Rick said, there's people that will give one-time gifts, and that's awesome, and there's people that will give monthly, and that's amazing also. And so, as you can see right now, a gift of $50 can help provide a guest facilitator that can come into Healing Farms. This could be a music therapist or an art instructor that can come in and provide an enrichment experience for participants. An example of what a $100 gift can do can buy supplies for our urban farm to help us continue to grow new things throughout the season. A gift of $250 can help update our technology lab and buy some new computers in the technology lab. And a gift of $500 can help cover the cost of transportation that keeps us out in the community where we work on life skills and independent living skills. And a gift of $1,000, that can help us reach more families and expand and go beyond just serving families in Charleston County on U Street in West Ashley, but go out, go to Moncks Corner, go to Berkeley County. And so a gift really of any amount tonight is going to make a difference. And we really hope that you will consider partnering with us. We believe in this work. We have a dream. And as I said, we want it to become your dream. We need you to support and get behind the vision that we have here tonight. And we thank you for that in advance.
Because once these kids age out of high school, there aren't a lot of options. And I know it's frustrating for parents of aged out of high school adult kids and young adults with disabilities, just because they love their children so much. They want them to have opportunities. And I really can't think, and there may be, but I can't think of other places that give opportunities like at Healing Farms. So when you're helping Healing Farms do what they do with one kid that is aging out of high school, think about what you're doing to an entire family by giving them some stress release and relief and some hope that their child is going to be able to be productive in society. And I'm sure you have. I'm just putting this on you, but I'm sure you have some success stories from kids that have gone through your program and have gone on to do other things because of what they were taught and the skills that they acquired at Healing Farms.
Yeah, and it's really about just giving them opportunities that they're not getting. Like when we heard Shaquem's story tonight, Shaquem has been out of school for 8+ years, and it's just because there hasn't been the best fit for him after high school. And so whether our participants come to us and move on to maybe obtain employment or move out of the area or just another opportunity that becomes a better fit for them, it's really about just giving them a place where they can belong, a place that values them for their ability, a place that wants to give them opportunities to continue to build life skills and independent living skills. And that's what we do. There's really no aging out. There's no, okay, it's time to go. You've graduated. It's you're here. We want to create this environment with an amazing staff that values these participants for their ability, not their disability, and just give them every opportunity that they can to continue to see them grow and continue to see them develop. And again, we can't do it without the support of our generous donors. And so we hope that you'll join us tonight. We hope that you will partner with us and make a one-time gift. Become a monthly supporter. Become an ambassador of ability. That's what we call our monthly supporters. We would love for you to consider that tonight.
And like the Jackson family, who they for whatever reason it's on their heart to make a monthly donation. They value what happens at Healing Farms every single day, and that's why we call them one of our ambassador of abilities. Here, check out what the Jackson family is doing and how they're sacrificing to make the world a better place because of Healing Farms.
Hi, I'm Archie Jackson, and this is Rebecca, and we're so glad to be able to share with you a little bit tonight about why we give to Healing Farms.
Yeah, I am so excited to have the opportunity to talk about this. It's definitely an area of passion for me. I have known Tron for years, but the thing is that we have a shared connection that I remember years ago, when he was working as a special ed teacher, he'd share these stories of these kids that he was working with. And at the time, I was working with kids with autism as a ABA therapist, and decided, as a result of everything, to decide to move forward in my career and pursue similarly. So I became an occupational therapist working with kids with autism, and still to this day, 17 years later from those conversations, work with kids with autism doing behavioral health therapy, and I just love it and have such a passion for it. And so when Tron started Healing Farms, I was immediately so drawn to the story, the passion, everything that he was doing. I love hearing all those stories and the newsletters and the walk and roll and everything. It just brings such a smile to my face, and it's so much joy to see all of that. And realistically, most of my job is involved with the younger kids, the early intervention side. And so seeing all the kids that I work with have a place, have somewhere to go, because, what happens when they graduate school? What happens when they aren't seeing, us one-on-one when they're really young, really small? And we help the parents and process through all that. And our hearts are filled with so much joy to see all of the amazing, amazing things that these kids are getting to do as they grow into adults, and just finding their place in the community, finding their place in joy and passion and pursuing that. So it's just our great privilege and our great honor to be able to have the very smallest impact on this, and we are just loving being able to partner with Healing Farms, and can't wait to continue to see the progress, continue to see the fruit that has been poured into this amazing project. And we just hope that you consider doing the same, because man, what a joy, what a gift, the small amount that we're able to help support, knowing that we're helping support other families. And we hope that you choose to do the same, because it's really, truly bringing so much joy to our family.
And when we all partner together, Rebecca mentioned that we do a small part, but when we add that to what everybody else is doing, man, we can make such a difference. And so we really pray that you'll consider joining us, giving monthly like we do, or giving tonight. And we're just so privileged to be a part of this.
Thank you.
Giving to Healing Farms checks all the boxes. First of all, giving just feels good. It just makes you feel good. You are contributing, but like we have a mom of a child with exceptionalities, with disabilities in our church community group on Sunday, and just being able to pray with her and see the struggles that she goes through with an adult son. She just wants people to see the kid that she sees every day and love on that kid and get to know that person. And that's what it is. It's about accepting the whole, not just what you see. And you give, I think you do as much of an important, you play an important role in the parents letting people see what they love in their kid. And you, like I said, just checks all the boxes, man. You guys are doing great work there. I'm proud to be a part of it. And if anything you've seen tonight inspires you, please just give. Any dollar amount, monthly, one big donation, one small donation, all of that information is on the screen right now. If you would, if you know somebody in your circle that you think that this would touch, or maybe they're not familiar with Healing Farms, share this video. It'll be replaying tonight. Use the hashtag Possibility 2021. Make sure that you're not only giving, and we do want you to give, but also you're spreading the word about Healing Farms. Share this with somebody that can follow them on their socials, so that you can see the great events that they're doing, and links to be able to buy products that they have. If you're watching right now, the silent auction is still going on. We do have some things that haven't been bid on yet. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, we've got some amazing things, and right now there's a couple that I just want to call your attention to. One is actually a personalized art experience by a visual artist, Archie. Actually, you just heard his story there as a monthly giver. Archie's an amazing artist, and what he is offering to donate tonight. Just to explain it, is, you know, we all have a childhood memory. Maybe it's just a memory that means so much to us. Maybe it's, you know, our grandfather that always used to take us around in that classic car of his, that truck. And that truck has since been lost and it's not in the family anymore, but we just have that vivid memory of going for a ride in truck with Grandpa. Archie is going to recreate that in a painting form on a canvas, an 18 by 24 canvas. He can recreate that. Or maybe it's a picture of a family member that you would like to honor in art form, in artwork. That can be painted. And so that's what that art experience is. It's a great, one-of-a-kind piece by a great artist. You can see pictures of it there, of some of the work there. And so that's an amazing thing. We also have, I mean, a super cheap date night for those of you that are looking for that, with a ghost tour and a gift card to a local restaurant that has no bids on it right now. So for $40, you can get on the action on that. And again, just continue to bid on all these amazing items. There's even an opportunity to hang out with Charlie the River Dog. He will come to your birthday party or corporate event and spend some time with you. Thanks to Chris for donating that. But we've got some jewelry, we've got some date nights, we've got some just amazing things on the silent auction. So that's going to be open tonight till 11 p.m. So just a little bit, about, you know, two and a half more hours or so, almost 3 hours.
And I want to mention real quick that they're expecting some shipping delays and some issues this Christmas. So these are going to make great Christmas items too. They're local. They're here now. Your donation will make a huge difference, and you can go ahead and wrap up some of your holiday shopping, because we don't know what supply chain and those type things are going to be. We're hearing about delays. So go ahead and take care of that tonight with one of these online auction. Get your bid in, get the highest bid, and know that you're doing good for Healing Farms. It's our Believe in Possibility Fundraising Banquet, and it's been an honor to be a part of it. One more time, as far as giving is concerned, all of that is on the screen right now. And please share this out on your socials. It'll be on YouTube at the conclusion of this. We'll get it up quickly on the Healing Farms YouTube channel. It will remain on replay here on Facebook. And also, too, we're going to try to clip out the Chris Singleton portion of that video so that you can share that one part. That way, maybe not watch the whole hour again, but be able to share that one part with Chris that was so inspiring, and let folks, he just really encapsulated in 15 minutes exactly what happens and why you should do it. And he's just a great guy, and we really appreciate him wanting to do this tonight and wanting to be a part of it.
Yep. Again, we thank you so much for donating, those that have donated, and just the people that support the work that we do. We couldn't do it without the generous support of our donors and those ambassadors of ours in our community. And it's been a great night with you, Rick. Really appreciate you hosting us. And
well, I'm the best you can get in your price range.
Yep, that's exactly right. And we would not have anybody else do it with us tonight, Rick. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. And look, you do great work, and I like to associate myself and the radio station with folks that are doing good things in the Low Country. It's about being local, and it's about making a difference, and you definitely are. And I've grown to love what it is you do and appreciate it a lot more as I've had more of folks either with disabilities or families that have family members with disabilities come into my circle. So the work you're doing and the stress that you're relieving from families, and it's just impressive, and I'm honored to be a part of it. So thank you so much, Tron, for your hard work and your dedication to this cause, something the Lord laid on your heart years and years ago as a teacher. You listened to what the Lord said, and a lot of times that doesn't happen. So thank you for listening to the Lord, and thank you for what you've done for these families and you know, and your staff, and you guys are just great. So if you're looking for something to give, a place to give where the dollars are going to be used and you can trust that they're going to be used, Healing Farms is definitely that opportunity, because there's not a lot like it for the folks that they serve. So follow the prompts on the screen. Please share this. make sure you take pictures and share that as well on social using the hashtag Possibility 2021. And hopefully next year we'll all be in the same room together eating chicken and steak prepared by that family that had that delicious looking steak earlier tonight. So thank you again on behalf of Healing Farms. My name's Rick. I work at the WEZL here in Charleston, and so glad to be able to be a part of this. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay.